Oh, hey, family, how y'all doing? Sorry, my whole phone and everything's all messed up. So, oh, let me get comfortable. How are all y'all doing? How is my family doing? Hey, Oakham. Hey, CR. What is up, my family? How is y'all doing? So, tonight, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So, tonight we are going to talk about not water, but random survival chat. Hey, sir, how you doing, sis? So, ooh, jeez. Uno momento, por favor. Anyways, so, so, random survival talk. What is random survival talk, huh? What is it? Well, random survival instances. All right. Yeah. Here's the thing. All right. Oh, we got a half a dozen here. Y'all know what that means. Give me a second. All right, we're back. Anyways, yes. Oh yeah, Razor. Yes, yes, Razor. Here's the thing. Random survival can be any situation at any time to preserve your life. Survival instances isn't being trapped in the woods by yourself. Survival isn't being in a war zone. It is, but it's not everyday survival. Survival can be as easy as losing your job, can be as easy as becoming homeless, having to live on the street, having to live in an area with gang wars. Anything from the projects, anything that is an endangerment to your life. That is a random survival moment. When most people believe and think that survival is this glorious, romanticized idea of my plane crashed in the middle of the Rocky Mountains and I had to survive for 15 days in the woods alone with nothing. Those are romanticized novels. None of that stuff is a true survival scenario to the ordinary person. That too, Sarah, that too. But the thing is anything that can hamper your life. Hey, Chad. Thank you, brother. I am not on my laptop, so I can't make mods. I can't make mods on my cell phone. At least I don't know how. You know me, Chad. I'm always on the phone. Hey, spooky sir, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, one and all. But anyways, the most survival scenarios. Not much, my blood brother. But 90% of survival scenarios are everyday instances. Right, Razor. And see, that's a problem. That's a problem with a lot of people, Razor. You know? Yeah. What's up, Sneaky? But the majority of survival situations that is ever going to truly ever happen in real life is going to be becoming jobless, losing your job, medical bills, repossession, bankruptcy, stuff like that. Something that's going to put you out of your safety net into literally the wilds. Yes, there is almost 4,000 411 cases a year in public parks. But 90% of the 411 cases are usually found. And by the time, and it's not really a survival situation, if somebody is lost in a national park because they're usually dead within the first 48 hours. Brother. By two beat sickle pioneers are with me. But I'll say it again. Most of this stuff that you see on movies, that you read in books, stuff like that, they are a 1 in a million chance that it will actually happen to you in a real life situation. What's up, Kentucky? Yep, you could get spot GPS locators on Amazon for around $25. I like you, Kentucky. I like you. The only thing is with the spot GPS locators, a majority of people are not willing to pay the subscription fee for those spot GPS locators. They will pay a monthly subscription to pretty much anything else. Hell, they would rather pay a subscription to Pornhub before they would pay $5 a month for something that they may or may not ever use in their life. You know what I mean? Sweet, sweet Chad. Right, CR. That is 90% of the SHTF situations that come to a person's life. Becoming homeless, becoming jobless. Hey, Tryon, how you doing? Yeah, I understand, Kentucky. I understand. Yeah, see, like I never used the Garmin InReach. I've always stayed with the Spot because that's I've had the Gen 1 for like 10 years. I like what it does. Yeah, the strobe beacons are really good, Razor. That's if anybody that is in your emergency, that's in the emergency response unit, that knows how to decipher and what those things are. There is some specialized GPS beacon lights, the strobe lights that can only be seen with a specific set of um, like sunglasses, because they're not supposed to give out a light that the enemy can see. Hey Tammy, how you doing, sis? Give me a second, I'm gonna drink my water. But but let's use Kentucky as an example. He said he's a boater. Okay. What kind of boat do you have, Kentucky? Do you have a sailboat? Do you have a yacht? Do you have a houseboat? Do you go out into the ocean, or is it just like mainly river systems and lakes and stuff? Hey Cassie, sis, how you doing? Uno momento. Let me see. Let me get Kentucky's response and everything on what he does before we carry on. Okay. 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 Yeah. So, see, Kentucky goes into the into the ocean. He goes to the Bahamas and everything like that. That's a perfect scenario for a lot of survival situations. There's been a lot of people that have had their engines completely burn out, shut down, and they're just a floating island, pretty much a floating island in the ocean, and the currents taking them to where they need to go. That is something, a whole entire different survival situation than being trapped literally 5 miles off the trail, you know? Nice, Cassie. Congratulations. Hey, Mary Ann, sis. How you doing? Right, Kentucky. Right. These are the real life survival situations that happen. It's not a glorified whatever. And Kentucky has one of the worst cases of survival problems, being on a boat in the middle of God knows where water. He has no fresh water to drink unless whatever he has supplied on his yacht. So that can run out really quick, especially if you're out there for multiple days. Especially if all your systems shut down, you have no way of communicating with anybody, and a lot of people that do yachts and everything, they don't carry GPS locators. They rely on their CB broadband radios to to contact the Coast Guard or whatever. Hey, Carol, sis, how you doing? Hey, Beth, how you doing, sis? Right, Kentucky, right. And see, I don't know that much about boats, brother. I really don't. And somebody that knows a lot about that, hey Carl, how you doing? Thanks, Chad. But survival is around every corner. It's not a one and done thing. It's not. Right. Yeah, and see that's what I've always heard, Kentucky, is everybody goes straight to their radio because there is always going to be somebody on a specific channel that you can reach out to. I mean, but but there's some people that travel the world in their boats. Some people that are thousands and thousands of miles away from anybody. Oh, I'm sorry, Tammy. I'm sorry, sis. So, this is why you always have to be prepared. This is why you always have to have a plan. A plan for everything that can go bad and will go bad. Having a small get home bag in your car, a small first aid kit in your car, something, because your car, you may want to go on a road trip and you may want to go, let's say you want to go to Route 66. You want to travel that whole entire old abandoned highway. Well, you know what? There's only one city at the beginning and one city at the very end. There is no cities in between. There is no gas stations in between. You have to stock. You have to be prepared for anything that you do, because nothing is 100% safe. Nothing is in this world. Right, Razor? Oh yeah. The basics to a survival kit. The basics to a get home kit. The basics of anything is what you do in everyday life. You need heat. You need something to heat you. You need something to cook on. You need water to drink. Doesn't really matter if you bathe or not. That comes later on. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, brother. Yep. Yes, you can, in Kentucky. Yep. Yep. You need fire. You need something to warm you up. You need something to purify water. Either boil water in, a Sawyer Mini to purify water. You need something. You need a container for your water, because you don't want to continuously keep walking back and forth, a mile, maybe 2 miles to the cleanest drinking water source, if there is a drinking water source. Hey Janet, how you doing, sis? You need food. You can survive up to 3 weeks without food. Do you need food? Yes and no. A normal human does not need food, but anybody with medical problems need food. Anybody with diabetes needs food. Anybody that's hypoglycemic needs food. Anybody that is on a low calorie diet needs food, because you are taking away the nutrients in your body that you need to survive for an emergency situation, being on a quote unquote low calorie diet. Right, Kentucky. Right. I'm doing good, Janet, sis. I'm doing good. How about you, sis? So, here's another thing. All right. What happens? What happens if you lose your job? What happens if you go into bankruptcy and you get everything taken from you? What if you can only carry what's on your back with you? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself when making a bag. A bug out bag is literally for that reason. a inch bag is made for that reason. Take care, trying brother. Take care. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Carol. Hey Dave, how you doing, brother? But the thing is if your life is taken from you, and I'm talking about your fairy tale good living scenario life is taken from you, what do you have? What will you have? What are your most important items to take with you? And it's like, Cassie, I love you to death, sis. I love you to death. But your oracle cards are not going to save you in an end of the world situation. They'd be good fire starters. I'm sorry. But if an apocalypse happens, Cassie, you can bring all your oracle decks with you, but they're going to be good fire tender. Oh, yeah, Carl. But you have to realize the three basic essentials. You're going to have to find shelter. Shelter is the clothing on your body. It's the ability to make a living area. Right? She could make a boat out of her cards. Right, Kentucky. Right. And that's the thing. There's certain areas in the United States that you cannot get water, aka California, for Spooky and Cassie and Sunny. The southern part of California, the middle part of California, you are not going to find natural, clean sources of water. Most of California is ran on recycled gray water. Right, CR. But you'll build a wall. You'll build your shelter out of your cards, Cassie. This is why I hate. I'm sorry, but any of the western states, that even goes for my state of Texas, you know, there's not that many natural sources of fresh drinking water, especially in a city that has almost 5 million people of San Antonio. Right, Kentucky. Right. You have to know your biome that you live in. If you don't try to learn your biome, you will be fucked. I'm sorry. I put it bluntly. You will be fucked. Everybody and anybody that lives in a lot, in the majority of states out here, you have to know, especially if you live in a major city, you have to know where the closest fresh drinking water is. You have to know how to get there, because in an apocalyptic situation or a state of emergency or anything like that, you're not going to be able to go all willy-nilly with your bucket, with your 5-gallon bucket, and go scoop up the water. No. Big cities will be put on water rations. Hey, Spitfire, how you doing? Right, Kentucky, right. Yes. And 90% of the time, if you live in a big city or something like that, you need to get a what are those tools called? It's a water wrench kind of thing, because most areas that have a water source in it, most buildings that have a water source in it, they don't have a handle on there to get water. You have to have a specific tool to open up that water spigot to get water out. And 90% of the time, if you try to do that in a public area, you will be put in jail for it. Yep. But the bad thing is, Beth, you live in North Carolina. You live in a state that has an abundant amount of mountain water, underground rivers, stuff like that. Most people out here, most people don't live in those areas. Most people live in major conglomerate, major, major packed cities. And a lot of people live in Western desert areas that already have a lack of water resources. Oh, yeah, Kentucky. Yeah, that's what I've always said too, brother. Yeah. Thank you, Dave. In major U.S. cities, the key to life is water. Doesn't matter about anything else, really, because in a emergency situation or anything like that, you are going to be put on rations everywhere. You're going to be put on food rations. You're going to be put on water rations. You're going to be put on everything else. You think in California right now it's bad with water rations, to where you can only spray a certain amount of water on your yard, or you can only take a certain amount of showers a day, or only use a certain amount of gallons a day. You think that's bad right now? Wait until worse times come. Instead of being able to drink 3 gallons of water a day, try rationing yourself to 16 ounces of water a day. Try rationing yourself to 3 Ritz crackers with a spoonful of tuna on it a day. Life. No, Chad, they won't. Because here's the thing. If they don't leave their big cities when everything's happening, they won't get out of those big cities. So it won't truly
You had a 12-minute shower earlier today. Bad, Spooky. Bad. I'm sorry, Janet. I'm sorry. This is how it's going to be. You know, the majority of survival and everything is going to be on the streets. You are going to have to literally do whatever you can to get whatever you can. Hey, homeless, how you doing, brother? Perfect person. A perfect person right here just came in. A brother I just met today, homeless in America. He is literally homeless, living in America. He is literally surviving right now. All of us that claim to be survivalist, claim to be whatever, we are literally sitting in our car, everything, going to our houses. You know, if we get hot, we turn the AC on. If we get cold, we turn the heat on. Homeless doesn't get that. He is literally surviving. He is doing what um what a lot of us are acting as. That man right there, he deserves props. Yes. Yes. Yeah, Janet. We are fucked because the majority of people in this world are enjoying their safety net right now. They are enjoying everything. Look at the craziness that happened at the beginning of the epidemic. Okay? People lost their minds. All right? Right, homeless. Right. And that's even if you have a hand warmer, right, homeless? Right, Spooky. The common person cannot think straight when fear hits them. They cannot assess a situation. Not really, Janet. I mean, Alaska does have a lot of homesteaders, does have a lot of, people that stay to traditional ways. But the thing is get once they run out of food, because here's the thing, people run out of resources. Nature does not always provide everything you need. Right. Right, Kentucky. I wished I could do that. I mean, you have to look at every situation of every biome. Right, Kentucky. Yeah, famine times. Everything everything has an expiration date on it. Everything does. Depends on how long. I mean, there is a few forever foods. Honey, pretty much honey is the one thing that will last forever. Yes. But honey is something that will not fill everything. It will not give you all the nutrients. It will not give you everything that you need to live. A sponge on a stick. I mean, it it's how much determination you have to live, Janet. You know? Yeah, but I mean, honey is good. Honey is good for a lot of things. But being a true all out survival food, it's not. It's not one. I mean, it has medicinal purposes, it has healing purposes, it has, a lot of things to it. Right, Kentucky, yeah. Eat fish tacos. Oh, spooky, spooky, spooky. I love you, my little bougie apprentice. I love you. You have to excuse my apprentice Spooky Morales. Spooky has been tainted by the ways of California for far too long. I've been there plenty of times, homeless. All in my youth and in most of my teens. I grew up poor. I grew up eating food out of a garbage can. Out of the garbage can behind a lot of restaurants. I know your pain, brother. I know your pain. And I understand how it is to eat out of a can because that's all you have. Me and you have probably eaten things, homeless, that would literally make a pig sick. You love bougie ways, Cassie. Well, we love you too, Cassie. We love you, sis. But in the ways, if the world does fall, which may happen, which may not happen, we're always living on a flip of a dime. I mean, things can get better or things can get worse. Who knows? But a lot of the stuff that we have grown to love and grown to appreciate is going to be worthless when you truly, truly need something. All your high-tech gear, all your wonderful cell phones, all this stuff is going to do shit for you. It's not going to help you. Once that battery dies and you can't charge it, it's literally a plastic brick in your hand. That laptop that computer, that whole entire sound system that you just bought, it's useless. The stuff that you need, there's, in this day of age, there is so much gear that you can buy to protect you and to help you, and it's dirt cheap. It won't hurt you to spend $500 on a bag to have at the ready to handle any kind of situation that you need it to handle. You probably spent more money on your, I know Chad spent more money than $500 on his whole entire sound system. Chad probably spent more than $500 on his microphone that he uses. But the thing is, survival can happen at any moment. It literally can. Let me ask you, if the wildfires hit California right now and you had to move, you had to get out of there, how many of you have a secondary place that you could go to get away from it? Homeless, don't look at that, brother. A lot of the people that's in here are my family members. A lot of the people in here are really, really good friends that I've known for a long time. It's usually the same group here, brother. Oh yeah, I know you can go anywhere homeless. I'm talking about my bougie my bougie friends. Yep. Yes, you are, Janet sis. Bougie. Too bougie for me, Janet. You are too bougie for me. You go to Starbucks. I can't have that. I can't have that in this chat room. I can't I can't have Starbucks drinkers in my chat room. Oh my goodness. Bougie. Bougie survival fam. Oh, I know how many of you I'm gonna have to have at my compound when shit hits the fan. I'm gonna have Spooky coming in with his family. I'm gonna have Cassie and her family. I'm gonna have Chad. Oh yeah, Kentucky. I love tea. Tea can always be reused also. Ain't that the truth, homeless? Ain't that the truth, brother? Where you going, Dave? Dave, where you going? I am driving, Dave. I can't see old comments. Don't tell him to take care, Carl. He's got to come back in here. Don't tell him bye. Can't get too expensive. There's Cafe Malay at Dollar Tree, Beth. It's $1.25 for a brick coffee. Thank you, Cassie. Ah, yeah, Kentucky. Oh, do I? But anyways, here's the thing, okay? If you have the 3 basic things in your survival kit, well, I hate calling it a survival kit because, yes, it is survival, but it's also a necessities bag. All right? If you have the 3 basics necessities to living, you can survive 90% of situations that are handed to you. If you have a way to start fire, if you have a way to keep warm, to keep cover, and if you have a way to purify, boil, or purify, boil, or contain water, that's all you truly need to survive. The 3 basics. Food is something that is needed, but it isn't necessarily needed. Food can be found if you know how. Hey, Amber. Sorry, I'm trying to drive and look. Kofifi. But the thing is, always carry those 3 things with you in your car, in your trunk, not necessarily on you, but within your vicinity. You can survive. You're not going to like it, but you can. When shit hits the fan in your life, you're not going to be able to wake up in the morning, do a pour over on your $12, $15 bag of coffee, make your French press coffee with a specific brand. You're not going to be able to open up your fridge, crack open 2 eggs, make bacon and sausage, and have a luxurious breakfast. you're not going to be able to do that in a true survival situation. You're going to have to learn how to suffer. You're going to have to learn how to starve. And I'm not talking about your crybaby, oh, I haven't eaten in 4 hours, I'm starving. Not talking about that. I'm talking about actual hunger pains. I'm talking about pains that hurt, that make you want to throw up, where you get dizzy. You can't even think correctly because you have nothing in your stomach. That is true starvation. Starvation to the point where you will literally put anything in your mouth to eat. You have to learn this. The American way of thinking, the American way of disgust. Our ancestors ate worse than we did because they had to. The only reason why we have the shit that we have now is because our ancestors got tired of eating the same shit. Oh yeah, Amber. Yeah. I mean, that's been happening. Look at every Black Friday that's happened ever since 1970s. You know, I miss Black Fridays. I miss real Black Fridays where you would see 80-year-old women punching the crap out of a 30-year-old woman because you took the toy that their grandchild wanted. You know, I mean, what was it when PS4 came out in New York City? A guy literally drove through a crowd of people and killed 3 people because he wanted to be the first one in line. Oh yeah, Kentucky, yeah. Oh yeah, Carl, yeah. Oh yeah, Spooky. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Even the poorest people have it better than even the poorest people have it better than homeless people. You know? Hello, KGB. Yeah. This world isn't going to last much longer, Spooky. It's not. Just do the math, Spooky. Do the math. Say one family. Here you go. I'll do a quick math problem for you. Okay? You take a husband and wife that has 4 children. Okay? In 20 years, between 17 and 20 years of age, each one of those children have 4 more children. In another 20 years, those children have another 4 more children. Those children, 20 years later, have another 4 more children. And another 20 years. Go to 100 years. Do the math on how many people were made in that 100 years. That is one person's lifespan. All right? One person's lifespan. How many children do you have after 100 years? And that's one family. Oh yeah, I got hammocks too. I love hammocks. But I'll still use a tent if I have to, Kentucky. Well, I know, Marianne, but there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there. Yeah. Yep. What is up, Ripley, sis? Well, the average family here in Texas, Ripley, has between 4 to 6 children. And a lot of the Mormon states, like Arkansas and Montana and places like that, a Mormon's family usually is about 6 to 8 children per family. Oh yeah. I depress Spooky way too much. Sorry, Spooky. Sorry I depress you so much, Spooky. Love you. Right, Ripley? Ain't that the truth, Ripley? It costs too much and it takes too long to travel anywhere to do anything. So that's all they do. But yeah, a lot of them are also Catholic too. So yeah, that Catholic, Oh, thank you, Spooky. Thank you, brother. See? Carl's got 5 kids, 6 grandkids, 2 great grandkids. And that's just from his lifetime. I believe the statistics were in the year when the epidemic happened, there was more babies that were born from the year 2020 to 2022. There was more babies born in those 2 years than the whole entire baby boom of World War II all over the world, because people were locked in with each other and all they did was watch TV, play games, and have sex. Humans are no different than rodents and rabbits. Humans are no different. If they're in a room long enough, they're either going to kill each other or fuck each other. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. CR. Well, Chad, the majority of the world is not as pure as the wonderful Chad Smith podcast. See, Spooky knows what I'm talking about. Boom. There we go. That's what Spooky said. That is true. Might as well get down and dirty if the world is going to be fucked. Armadillo! Baby armadillo! Hold on. Hold on. Hey, hey. Y'all want to see a baby armadillo? Give me a second. Go! Let's lighten up the mood with a baby armadillo. Where'd it go? Shut up, dogs. Baby armadillo, where'd you go? Oh, it ran off. Dang it. It was just this big. It was just this big. No! Don't pun an armadillo, Ripley. Armadillos are lovable creatures. Hi, puppies. Hi, puppies. Y'all ran the armadillo away. I didn't run the armadillo away. Anyways. Ain't that the truth, Amber? I know. I got you, Amber. I got you. Next time I find one, I will send it to you. Damn it. Makes me sad. I always get that little bit of happiness and excitement when I see an armadillo or a roadrunner. I usually poke them with a stick just to see them jump like 3 foot. They're so adorable. Well, saw a porcupine the other day. Porcupines are assholes. They will climb trees. The Texas ones, they will climb trees and they will fall on you with their freaking quills out from their tree limb. They're jerks. Porcupines are assholes. Oh, Ripley. Poor little. Oh, it's you, Ghost. Hey. Well, hello, Ghost. I thought it was my wonderful sister. Laptop took over. Yes, Janet. I love hedgehogs too. I like woodchucks because you know, they like to chuck wood. You know what you get when you get 5 woodchucks in a room, right? You get a saw. What you do with a woodchuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Goes. Yes, they can, Carl. Marianne. Oh my goodness. Excuse me, cats. All right. Anyways, what am I doing? I don't know, Cassie. What am I doing? I was trying to capture an armadillo. Good Lord, $189 for a hedgehog? Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth, CR?
Chad needs all his money for all his toys. Good Lord. For a hedgehog? A hedgehog only lives like 4 years. Maybe 5 if it's healthy. Good God. Put a new radiator in a car for $300. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Cassie. No, Spooky, you wouldn't. We used to get Amazon. I don't know, Spooky. Amazon will probably still be around during the shit hit the fan. That's crazy, Janet. You demand same day delivery for your post apocalyptic needs. Call on Amazonia delivery. We will purge, we will shoot, we will do anything to get your dollar. Aw, sweet, Amber. Sweet. I want to get some Greek fat tail ewes, those fat tail sheep. I would love to have a fat tail sheep. Oh, thank you, Chad. See, I don't even I don't know, I don't care about that. As long as people are listening to me, that's all I really care about. But thank you all. Awesome. Throw it at the first first off, Ghost. If you want to get it fully enraged, you want to take a pillowcase and put the raccoon in there with the rabies and swing it around about 20 times. Get it all pissed off. Then let it loose. It's all good, Chad, brother. It's all good. Yes, thank you all. That's what we used to do with wild cats, Spooky. If somebody pissed us off when we were a kid, we would take that kid and lock him in a closet, and we would grab a cat and we would grab the cat, put it in the pillowcase, swing it around like 20 times, and open the door and throw the cat in the closet with him and let the cat just go at that kid. Oh yeah. We used to spooky. We used to call it survival of the cat's rage. Oh, trust me, Spooky. Yeah, I've had some cats rip me open before, so yeah. But but no cat was hurt in the process of it. They were just pissed off. I got a story about that. My older brother, he took me. There's a thing in the South called snipe hunting. All right. When I was younger, my older brother took me out to the woods because I wouldn't leave him and his friends alone so they could go and smoke. So they took me out into the middle of the woods and everything, gave me a burlap sack, and told me to whistle Dixie blindfolded and sit at the base of this tree and wait for a snipe to hop into the bag. Well, I sat there and I whistled Dixie and everything, and I felt something crawl into the bag. And I took the blindfold off and everything, and I went trying to find my brother and everything and his friends and all this stuff, and they were in their little clubhouse that they built out in the woods. And I bust in there and I say, I got a snipe, I got a snipe. And my older brother's like, what the fuck? You don't have a snipe in there. I said, yes, I do. And I opened it up and I dropped it, and it was a baby skunk in there, and it sprayed us all like 5 times. Oh, I was so happy that I got revenge on them that way. What's up, Fluffy brother? Yeah, they left me in the woods. Baby skunks are adorable and they have the worst smell in the world. Have you ever noticed that babies in nature are more potent or more violent than the adults are? How you enjoying it out there, brother? How is you and Jen enjoying it out there? I hear coyotes out here. Amber, ever since I got sprayed, sis, no, I can't handle it. I can't. A bougie bonfire party. Oh yeah. I mean, it babies have to have more venom. Babies have to have more everything to protect themselves because animal parents animal parents don't care. They have their babies and they say, "Okay, kid, you're hatched. Now it's time for you to survive." I know that feeling, Amber. I remember all that too. Oh yeah. I've had to pull porcupine quills out of dogs' faces, out of their muzzle. There was a lot of things that we had to do with our country dogs. Take care, CR brother. Thanks for stopping in. I'll talk to you soon, bro. Life is so much different in this day of age than it ever has before. I mean, kids can't even kids can't even walk out and explore anymore. Yes, sir, Chad. Yes, sir, brother. No, but we went frog gigging where we speared them with a trident. Nice. Nice, Marianne. Yeah. It's where I learned how to have frog stew. Frog stew. Oh my God. That's a that's a that's something that you never want to eat ever. Frog stew. Right, Chad? Right? Brother, when we hang out together, when we go camping and everything, you know, we'll do all of this stuff, brother. Oh, and never will, Janet. And never will. Oh, it's see that's one of the things, or Cassie. That's one of the things. Everybody makes frog legs seem such a idea piece of meat, but the whole entire frog is edible. The whole frog is edible. Everything on it. Oh yeah, you're you're lucky, Marianne. See, Carl, it you can do that in some of the southern states still, but a lot because there's so many houses with HOA fees, all this stuff. Like if there's a housing community that's in the middle of an area, they bought all the acreage around there. Like a lot of these gated communities have their own golf courses. They have a lot of like there's one that just opened up maybe about 5 miles away from me, and they have their own walking park for just the community only. And I went out there and I was going to go walking on that park, and they said that I cannot walk on it because I am not a resident of that area. Oh yeah, they're good, Janet. They're good. Literally, literally, the term "it tastes like chicken." That's usually how a lot of animals taste. Just like I said, Cassie. Cassie said the exact same thing. Amber. See, that's one of the things. People have become too Americanized. To actually truly survive if they have to. You know what I mean? Like. this is stuff that's been around for hundreds of years, you know? People have eaten this stuff for hundreds of years. There's a recipe called a hunter's stew, okay? America, right, Spooky? But you know, a lot of restaurants and everything have their own version of hunter stew, and it's just a daily thing of store-bought meat and all this stuff. But the real hunter stew is kind of like Spanish menudo. It was all the time cooking, all the time on the stove, hot and ready, and it was always added to. If your grandfather or your father or whatever, if they shot a squirrel, they shot 5 squirrels, that stew, that broth, everything would be continuously cooking. And they probably started with chicken, but then it became squirrel, it became muskrat, it became beaver. It was a continuation of different wildlife meat in it to continuously be a food source that is always hot and ready to be added to and to be eaten. Right. They can always add a box of limp cocks to it. Yes, they can, Marianne. Yeah. Janet. Really? Janet, you can't even eat barbacoa then. Because you know what's in barbacoa, right? You knew it was coming, Spooky. Oh, yeah. Bring forth the deluxe box of Imperial Limp Cocks for your enjoyment only. I bet you I can make something, Amber, and you wouldn't even know it was frog meat. Oh yeah. All right, Chad. Um, chickens. All right. There is two different there's two different stalks of chicken. All right. There's meat chickens and then there's egg producing chickens. There's also considered hobbyist chickens, but that goes into the same thing as like meat chickens. Um, meat chickens like white Lagers, they they have about a 6 to 8 month life cycle, and they will produce probably about between 2 to 3 eggs a day. Usually the main purpose of meat chickens is to raise them up to their peak life and harvest them for meat. You don't really keep them around for egg production or anything like that because they don't produce that much eggs. Then you have farm, I mean, you like farm
egg producing chickens, like like Rhode Island Reds, Banies, stuff like that. Um, those are your two-way chickens. They are egg producers, and then you can kill them and eat them for meat. The majority of chickens, like like Rhode Island Reds, Rhode Island Reds will produce probably about four eggs a day. Yeah, yeah, Amber. Yeah, yeah, Carl. El Polo Loco. But it's good to have a dual purpose chicken. It's good to have those instead of specific breed chickens that are only used. I mean, if you're by yourself, then meat chickens can do both for you because you're not needing a mass amount of eggs to be produced for, say, Chad Smith. Um, so you really wouldn't get you really wouldn't get maximum. I mean, you would get an overabundance, and a lot of those eggs and everything will be used to go back into your flock if you have a rooster. You know, you have to have a rooster. I was always I was always taught that one rooster for every 20 hens. So in an SHTF situation, you know, you have one rooster, 15 hens. That rooster is not only going to, I mean, its main purpose is just to, you know, to fertilize the eggs. Yes, chickens is always chickens is always a number one food source, Chad. But the thing is right now with the bird flu that's going on. What's up, Oz? How you doing, brother? Yeah. And see, that's what I'm saying, Chad. Like egg laying chickens, you're going to have more than what you need, you know. That's why I say something like a a white lager would be more something for you. Oh yeah, 20 to 1. Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, a lot of people can't process a chicken, Amber. That is true. I keep forgetting that there's a lot of people that's so squeamish about it. You know, I literally processed a chicken a couple of months ago, and I pulled out her egg laying track, and you literally saw the whole entire growth process of the eggs in her. And yeah, about I always tell people between if you're by yourself, you know, if it's just like you and your girlfriend or you and your husband or whatever,
About 9 hens and one rooster. That would be enough to continuously feed your family. Beth, ain't that the truth, Oz? But the thing is also you need to also be able to repopulate your supply also. That is true, Chad. That is very true, brother. Right, Oz. You know, the three easiest sources of meat that you can raise and live off of, Chad, is chickens is number one. Then lion's mane rabbits. They are the biggest domesticated rabbit breed. They can get between 5 to 8 pounds a rabbit, and they will breed and have between 5 to 6 baby rabbits. Yep. Yeah, you can't. That's one of the problems too. You can't rely on hens either, like what Oz said, because hens will break their own eggs. Hens will eat their own eggs. And if they start doing that, then you know that their protein levels and everything are going bad. So you have to watch your flock. Yeah. Oh yeah, Amber. Oh yeah. Hey Tyler, how you doing? But yeah, like what Amber said, that there's a lot of chicken breeds out there that have, bred out the broodiness and everything like that. You know, I don't really go for like the sex links. I go for the ones that I know. I have a mix between Rhode Island Reds and White Lakers. I don't really have anything else because I don't like the other breeds that much. They're adorable to look at and everything. Quail's awesome. And also if you want a natural defense and you still want a egg producing and a semi chicken breed, you want guinea fowl. Guinea fowls have always been used by moonshiners in the South to be an alarm system. You get a group of guinea fowl around, they will let you know if anything and everything is around. But they're also what was the word that Spooky used about me? Cray cray. Like if you let guinea fowl run around, they will lay eggs all over the place. Like they're not really meant to be cooped up. They're more like free roaming chickens. I'll be right back, everybody. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Spooky. Some organic mixed veggies with rotisserie chicken. Oh, spooky. Listen to you. Look at Spooky going all bougie on us. Don't worry, Spooky. One of these days, I'm going to teach you how to put down a deer, slit its throat, and eat its still beating heart. I got you, brother. Don't worry. Marianne. But, yeah, ain't that right, Janet? Spooky. Spooky. In SHTF, brother, you're going to have some, you're going to have some moonshine. That's pretty much all I'm gonna we're gonna have to offer, because I have a steel, I have a copper steel that I can make at least 4 quarts of moonshine out of. That's true too, Amber. And also geese give you a good amount of meat also. Gotta go pass out on his California king bed. Oh, spooky, spooky, spooky. We're gonna teach you how to rough it with a cowboy roll on the hard, cold ground. we're Spooky. Spooky. We're gonna put you under a tarp, under the stars. You'll be under the stars, Spooky. Don't worry. Don't worry. When you wake up with a tarantula on your face, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. That tarantula just wants your body heat. You could drink your bed. Only bad thing is, Chad, you can't drink that bed because you have to purify that water. So he's going to have to put bleach in it for air. He's going to have to put 2 drops of bleach in it for every gallon that's in that water bed. Ain't that the truth, Oz? I don't know how many people I've had to tell, like, don't freak out. That tarantula will crawl out when you move. Just move slowly. And I put my hand right beside their face, and the tarantula crawled on my hand. I let it off. I mean, I've woke up with tarantulas on my face. The very first time a huge hand-sized tarantula was on my face. Two drops. 2 drops of bleach per gallon. And you have to shake it. You have to shake it up. No, you can't make bleach with pool shock. Pool shock is a whole entire different chemical compound than natural bleach. And when you do go get bleach, it has to be unscented, traditional 100% bleach also. Yes, shake it like a Polaroid picture. Oh they're beautiful, Carl. Right, Oz? Well, where you're at, Oz, I mean, I understand killing them. No, you can't, Chad. You cannot use pull shock to purify water. Pull shock is a chemical compound that is not bleach. It is what is it? It's a it's an industrial chemical. Um, it will kill you if you ingest it in small amounts of water. Um, have you have you ever jumped into a pool and you felt that burning sensation when somebody added pool shock, added too much pool shock to their pool? Have you ever felt that burn before? Imagine that it's an acidic reaction. And if you put that pool shock into water and you drink it, you will have that acidic reaction inside your stomach and it will eat out your stomach. Yes, you can make it for sanitizing spray. You can make it for any kind of chemical cleaning purposes, but you cannot make it for purification. Yeah, yeah, but I don't. It's still peroxide though, Amber. I really wouldn't trust peroxide in any kind of form, even if it is food grade, to be a water purification for drinking purposes. You know what I mean? No problem, Chad, brother. I mean, there could be some kind of chemist out there that could tell you how to dilute it and you know. Oh, okay, Amber. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, chlorine. Yeah, chlorine tablets. Yeah, that's the chemical I was thinking. Chlorine. Chlorine is what's used in pool shock. But there is a chemical purpose, a chemical that's required. And Oz, you can help me with that chemical. There's a chemical that you can. It's something magnesium something, and you put it into the water, and it turns the water purple, and it purifies it. But it also can be used to heal wounds. It can be used to start fires. It's a multi-purpose medical like thing that a lot of magnesium, yeah, peroxide, yeah, that's it. I mean, in a survival situation, you can use that stuff, but they say do not use it for like long-term water purification. It's more for like medical use and fire use than it is purifying water. Is bleach chlorine? But I thought, but pool shock is a completely different kind of chlorine than bleach, though. Yeah, you can use it for water, but they said that you can't use it for long term, though, Oz. I remember reading that in a. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. Be right back. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Hold on. I think it is. I think it is, Oz. Spooky. All right, hold on. Let me see because I remember that they said they because I asked that question before in a survival chat, and this guy was supposed to be a chemist and all that stuff, and he said that you cannot use pool shock for human ingestion. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, okay. I looked it up and everything. It says if your pool shock is granulated calcium hypochlorate, you can use it in an emergency situation. Spooky. But if it is granulated calcium hypochlorate, you can use it in an emergency situation. But the thing is the FPA, I mean the EPA is kind of convoluted on it, on like how much you use to how many gallons. Sounds good, Amber. Yeah, yeah, Oz, that's what it says. It says you cannot use the actual tablets. It has to be the granulated calcium hyper whatever. But then it still has to be a chemical reaction in it. So you have to oh, boobies. But then it still has to be a mathematical equation on how much granules to how many gallons you have. So they don't actually give you, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to trust doing it. And I don't believe in purifying with bleach either. I don't even use I don't even use the water purification tablets. So I don't trust any of the chemical stuff to purify water, even though it's in the tap water and all this other stuff. But I mean, if I'm going to go drink water in an SHTF situation, I'd rather take chances with drinking fresh water. I don't know. I'm not too smart of a guy to do a mathematical equation on, is this right? Is this not right? I'd screw all that. I'd rather just get water, filter it, boil it, drink it. I know it's okay, Oz. I know it's okay. Yeah. Welcome. Everybody, welcome. Welcome, welcome, you will not be saved. It's all good, Chad. Just started talking in my ears. How are you doing? You will not be saved. Ain't that the truth, Oz? I mean, to tell you the truth, the best thing that you can do is just get water, run it through a cloth, filter it, boil it, drink it. And the thing about boiling water is the sea level. Southern parts of the state, southern parts of the states have different sea levels. The lower the sea level, the higher the boiling point, the longer the boiling point. The lower the sea level, the quicker the boiling point, and how much longer you have to. Like people up north where Chad is, the water will boil quicker, but you have to boil it longer than 2 minutes. You have to boil it for at least 3 to 4 minutes up north. Down south where I am, it takes longer to boil, but less time to boil and purify. Ain't that the truth, Carl? Take care, you will not be saved. Thank you for stopping in. I wish you well too, my friend. Right, Oz? Oh, that was wonderful. That was wonderful. I love people like that. Oh, spooky. See, I love my trolls. My trolls are amazing. I love them all. Yeah. You take care, Amber, sis. Yeah, contact me, Amber. Contact me on Twitter if you have Twitter. Um, at survival under dash uh star. Yeah, at survival under dash star on Twitter. Send me a message, sis. And we'll figure out a live stream. All right. Right, right, Carl. All right, cool. I'll get you, Amber. We'll get together on a live. All right, sis. You get some sleep, okay? Gotcha. Good night. Oz. All right, brother. You take care. Stay safe, brother. You too. Hey, Spit, how you doing? All right, everybody. It's getting to that end of the night and everything. I'm gonna been on here like 2 hours, so yeah. Thank you, Marianne. Yeah, I knew one of them was bad. I mean, I'm the prepper that doesn't stock water. Okay, I will not stock water. I will not circulate water. I will not continuously put bleach or anything in water. It's pointless. Carl. Good night, Carol sis. Good night. Right. Yeah, I ain't got time to go through all that chemical what ifs and what you need and everything. I've always stayed tried and true to just to filter the water with a cloth or something, then boil the water. I've always boiled water. I always will boil water. That's just how I am. I don't even get I don't even get the purification tablets for water. Take care, spooky brother. Get some sleep, man. Love you, bro. Yeah. I mean, they're all safe, but I think, we've already put enough chemicals in our body throughout our whole entire life that we don't need to be in an SHTF situation putting the same chemicals back in our body, right? All right, family. I love y'all. Y'all get some sleep. And like I said, every prepper is different. Every survivalist is different in their ways. What I say is going to be different than anybody else. So it's always your discretion on what and how you create your bag. But I love you. Y'all take care, family. Bye. Bye, family. Boo.